Welcome to episode 6 of Tales to be Told in the Dark. We'll take a little side step here, an internal one. Why is it Tales to be Told in the Dark? Because it is something that you need to do as an inward reflection. It is all to do with activating that pineal gland. As Neville Goddard explains it, it's when you wake up totally entombed in your skull and you'll feel a pressure at the back of your head as you push yourself out. Let thine eye be singular and filled with light. It's the Christ consciousness that you raise up inside yourself. O black hole sun, won't you come? It's all an inside job. It's reflected in the outside world. But consider the world. Is it the thoughts that are going round and round? Is your head in a spin? There's talk of such things as squaring the circle. And those of you of a certain age will probably have the echo of parents, the parents, because children are registered and are basically the property of the state in that marriage contract. Hence you have human resources. You are seen as an energy. Anyway, we'll get on to the subject proper. I had a request. Now it is always good to be as King Quest I on, asking questions. There is only one stupid question. That is the one you are frightened to ask because you are fearful of what others may think of you. But who would benefit by knowing the answer to the question? And if you don't ask it, how will you know? So, the letter J, that is a giant, that is gargantuan. You could look everywhere. You could look at Guernsey, you could look at Germany, you could look at Greece. I'm following up on a suggestion, or should that be a suggestion? Have a think about what I've just been saying. Notice you have a hard and soft G. It makes absolutely no sense. There is no accent to tell you which way to say that letter G, and it sounds almost like the letter J. But what is the letter J? This is the real topic of this video, the J bird. The bird that is not the word. It is the usurper. It has replaced the Y, and it also lends itself to replacing the G to some extent. It is done by design to cause a confusion, but who really asks or looks at why one word is said with a hard G, one word is said with what sounds like a J? Think also about Jesus is also referred to as Yeshua. Or if you go to French, je suis, there's the I in Jesus, and it means I am. There are no coincidences to any of this. So the letter J is effectively trying to muscle in on the I. In old records, you will find the number 4 expressed as I, J. The final one refers to the physical body. Now, the letter J has a hook on it. It is to keep you hooked in this physical realm. There are many words that start with the letter J. One, I have to be careful how I mention it, because it is neither a race nor a religion nor an illegal state, but a mixture of all three. But that letter J is as it implies by the very shape of it. It is an I, but it has a hook on it. If you see the G, how similar it is to the letter C, that also has a tail on it, because it is Gaia, it is Earth. That is what we are tied to in this physical reality, in these physical bodies. So I hope that has made the letter J easier to understand. It happens to be the what? Not the 9th, not the 11th, say 10th letter, say 10 perhaps. There's always duality to all of these things anyway, so don't always see something as evil or negative. It has a positive counterpart, an equal and opposite. This world is all, or the world, the external world from you is all a reflection for which you have to find your way through and see things for what they are. Do not get compartmentalized. Notice compartmentalized and fixated to think there is only one way of saying something. For example, take any word like realize. Now say it over and over. Say it fast, say it slow, play with it, play with the words. And then realize, realize, realize. You've got 3 there. You are in the present moment. There is no time like the present. And you are a presence. So do you present yourself as a present in the presence, in the present tense? And what type of tension? Is it intense? Are you indifferent? Do you even go within oneself? These are just little ideas, little thoughts. You don't have to agree with them. But treat everything like art. Just observe. Whilst one may like something, another may not. Does it make it right, or does it make it wrong? Who are we to judge? Who are we to impose our will on another? But we can all help each other. It's funny how in school, the one thing they do not teach you is what a school of fish will do. Take, for example, the tuna. That's a good tune to listen to become attuned like tuna. Because when faced with a predator like a shark, they all come together. They resemble a spinning ball. And they would appear to be one, which will intimidate the shark. And the safety of all is dependent on all coming together. That's something I feel that really should be taught in schools if it was real learning, not repeating scripts and turning you into a good citizen, a good person. Then you become attacked by the tax. And it's, yes, government, help yourselves, take as much as you want. I will give away my power freely, unknowingly, unwittingly, because it is all unwitting lie. It is all a lie. It is all an illusion. There are no demons. There are no monsters in the closet. There are no monsters under the bed, except the ones you create in your mind. The mind is all imagination. That is creation. The Creator that is within you is asleep in your Golgotha, your skull. But no one sees the Father except the Son. So you are required to raise your Christ consciousness up, because you will see your Son, who will address you as my Lord or Father, and then you know exactly who you are. You may not accept that. You may be in denial of it, but you need to cross the Nile. Do it with a style all of your own, your uniqueness, your individual being that you are. There is no loss of identity. Collectively we are the embodiment, but we are all individual expressions of the infinite, the infinite. It's all in the darkness. You need the darkness to be able to find the light. Let me demonstrate. How would you see that in bright sunlight? But imagine the light inside you. What happens if we come together? What happens if our lights are unified as one? How bright would that light be? Would it outshine the sun itself? Just a few ideas I thought I'd put there for you. Another video coming soon. Love to you all.